Let the show begin. Howdy, folks. Let's hope this works correctly. Welcome back to This World Blows, episode 173. That's right, I've done this 173 times with little to no results. But I must continue because there's so much I hate out there that I have to put it on paper for maybe, I don't know, the people in the future can look back and go, wow, this guy was full of anger. And that's just me, you know. I'm here to show you what I hate. So let's just get right into it. I want to start with this. Fuck Prince. And I mean the artist formerly known as Prince. I hate Prince, and I hate his music. I hate people that think he's a genius. Like, Prince makes the kind of music that if someone else had sang it and you listened to it, you would say this is a horrible song full of dumb guitar solos. No one actually likes that, in my opinion. I think people just say they like it because they're told he's a genius. But musically speaking, people go, how could you not like it? What are you talking about? It's guitar solos and drum solos and keyboard solos. It sounds like shit. It's horrible. It's the same kind of person that claims they love James Brown. That's not true. You don't love James Brown. If you are below the age of 50, you don't love James Brown. It's so annoying. People pretend like it's got this genius. It's genius. You know, the way he would sing and dance, and just like the many zillions of people. I don't understand why certain things are treated as genius. When I listen to it, it's just background music for a shitty 90s movie. It is the soundtrack to whatever the movie that Macaulay Culkin gets bit by bees. My Girl. That's what all that kind of music is. It's like interstitial, shitty 90s movie music to me. Okay? Take that, James Brown. Okay, what else? What's going on? Okay, let's stay on the anger train, right? Okay, so Ted Danson. There's a direct message to Ted Danson. You're not allowed to appear in things any longer if you don't change your haircut for the project. Like, Ted Danson is on project 89 of his weird gray flat top, and he just wears his own regular clothes. He does nothing. He's doing nothing, and you're paying him. I just saw a billboard for a new show, and it's him, like, with a briefcase, but same old flat top hair, flat top gray hair you've had for a while now, for many, many projects. He acts like putting on glasses is a character change when he really wears glasses in real life. He's just doing, I don't know how he's gotten this position in life where he just gets to show up with his gray flat top and people go, it's Ted Danson. It's not good, guys, and I've not watched any of his gray flat top shows, but so I'm not saying they're bad shows. I'm just saying, as an actor, put on a fucking wig. Do something. Give me a prosthetic nose. Give me something. You have to try. Ted Danson needs to come out fully sleeve tattoos. That's a show I'll at least try out. I'll look at the trailer for it. If he shows up and he's playing a piece of shit with tattoos. If he's playing a guy who like wants to be in an indie band but he's too old to do it, but he's still trying to have indie credibility, and he's got to wear tattoos, and yes, I'll check that out. But if he plays another, like, you know, TV show business guy who is encountering angels or something again, like, I can't believe they're allowing this. What kind of deal did he sign where he gets to just have a gray flat top for hundreds of shows and movies? I'm done with it, Ted. Change your hair, change your life. Change your, I guess it would change your audience, change your demographic. Yeah, if Ted shows up with like a TikTok kind of kid, fuzzy hair, you know, whatever, the marshmallow poof, and he's got like a dangling George Michael earring, that's a show I'm watching. Till then, Ted, get off the fucking screen. Get out of here. Well, on this show, I really don't like to talk about stuff that's that topical. I mean, I do get sucked into it, but I do, because it really, to me, it really locks something in time and ages. It's immediately not cool anymore if that time period has passed. So like any podcast that I like, if I listen to it and haven't listened to a while and they're stuck on whatever that topic of that week was, it's like, now it doesn't matter because news is only relevant when it's new. Like the things that must be covered on all these shows, they're only relevant for that day, maybe a week. If the stuff stays, if Haktua stays in the news, maybe you can keep talking about her. But for the most part, it's like it just limits the watchability of your show for future audiences. And if I know anything, it's that people in the future will love me. They'll think I was great. So I don't want to get stuck on topical things, but I must address the New York shooter that occurred, the guy that shot a CEO guy, you guys know. And I don't really want to talk about the event other than what it does culturally to us, which I noticed the same as the Ocean Gate explosion thing. It's like people immediately think it's hilarious and are making jokes about it, making memes. Many people have sent me the image of the killer and said it was me. And it's okay. Me and my friends, like personally making jokes is totally cool. And I'm not saying I'm offended by anyone making jokes. I'm just saying everyone's not funny, and they think they are. So they need to cool it with, I can get in on this, I can make my joke about this. Because you're not funny. You're not interesting, you're not entertaining. So you're not allowed to do that, in my opinion. You're not allowed to do that at all. Only comedians or people that have proven themselves comedically, like me, of course, we're allowed to, of course, make these jokes. But when I see fucking Sally Joe Jajo on Instagram posting, like, oh, guess they found my neighbor, and post a picture of the New York killer guy, you're like, shut the fuck up. You're not funny. You're wasting airspace. You're the same people that say that's what she said. Like, you are losers. You're not comedic. It's just that the public consciousness has risen to believing or to acknowledging that comedy has value now, and therefore everyone tries to make jokes. And because of the anonymity of online, you don't have to be there to see it bomb. So all these absolute fucking losers get to repost memes and things and believe that that's their personality when they didn't even create the thing. They just agree that something is funny. That's not a personality. That's a fan. You need to not be posting stuff if you're a fan. Okay, guys, there's a distinction between, I don't even know what to call it, creators, creative people, and fans. Fans, sit down. Okay? You can film your favorite artist. You can post that. Don't remix it. Don't add yourself to it. Don't include yourself in it. You're not a part of it. It's the same... It's the same delusion of everyone on the internet caring or pretending to care or in real life talking about politics. Anytime I see someone talking about politics or online or real life, whatever it is, to me that is the equivalent to talking about celebrities. It's you might as well be talking about J-Lo's divorce to a person and be very wrapped up in it. That's what I'm hearing, is people talking about stuff as if you're a part of the thing when you're not a part of it. You're not included. All of us little peons that we're supposed to vote, we're not a part of the party. You're too stupid. You go, no, I'm going to fight people about these other people. Okay, imagine, if you will, here's a good metaphor. Let me break it down. Imagine if you were a school teacher and you saw there's these popular kids and in the popular crew, maybe there's a dispute going on. And then you looked over at the loser kids table, the nerd table at lunch, and you listen in and you hear the nerd kids are talking about the popular kids' dispute and fighting over which party is correct. That's the equivalent to you talking about politics. You have nothing to do with it. You are invisible. You're not a part of it. And you're sitting there talking as if you're in the club, as if you have anything to do with it, could ever make a change to anything. Just like every fucking person throughout the history of time, be it ancient Egypt to now, every little person thought they were a part of it. And you're not. You're not. You're mulch. You're mulch for the earth to eat, okay? So you might as well just go onto YouTube and watch cringe compilations like I do. You might as well just watch stuff to make you laugh because you are not a part of the system, okay? I mean, you're a part of it as far as that you have to pay taxes. You will be paying taxes. But you're not like when two people disputing anything about politics go like, shut up. Are you a politician? Have you ever met these people? Will you ever meet these people? Do you have anything to do with this? Or are you arguing over basically comic book characters? No, Spider-Man wouldn't have done that. Because the original artist of the Dark Arkham series, that's what you're doing. You're losers. And then what I'm doing is talking about you. So now I'm a loser. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this, guys. If I had known the future was going to be that it was cool in the future only to talk about politics and do online dating, I would have killed myself when there was still time to get out before it was so dumb. This is so embarrassing, you guys. Come on. What are you, crazy? This is something funny I thought about or talked about with my friend Drew last night. We're talking about Tourette's syndrome, and it seems like Tourette's syndrome was a thing for the 90s. Like it was talked about. It was just talked about a lot. Tourette's syndrome. Was it growing up? I heard a lot about Tourette's, but I never met anyone with Tourette's. Never saw it. We saw like comical depictions in movies and Adam Sandler type vessels that were probably. But I don't understand why that syndrome was pushed so much or talked about so much in the 90s and then hasn't been since. Where'd it go? Where did Tourette's syndrome go? Was it like a Starburst flavor that was causing a type of disease in kids and they don't want to tell anyone, they just pulled the flavor off the market? They did actually pull, I've covered this, they did pull a green, a lime green flavor in the early 2000s that was one of my favorite flavors. They pulled it never to be seen again, and I don't know why. They replaced it with green apple. I think lime has come back in some ways, but not the same chemical formula. So maybe it was that. Maybe it was the chemical lime flavor in Starburst and other delicious confections that was causing Tourette's syndrome. I don't know. Not going to look into it further than that, but it just seems like those two things both came to mind together, and therefore that's a fact. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, the internet is so insane and it's so funny in some ways, but part of me lately has been going, I think maybe China and North Korea have got something right about the internet, about limiting the internet to their citizens. Like North Korea has something called like intranet, and it's not our internet. It's they control the database of what's visible, and obviously not many people would even have computers or access to that anyways, but the point is, these places that I traditionally would have said like that, it would be tough to live there because of those limitations, societally or whatever it is, or technologically speaking, your advancement level, it matters to me, guys. I need hot showers, I need Wi-Fi, I need Starburst, I need flavors, but all that to say, I used to think of those places as like how that would be so hard to accept that, but now I'm thinking like, I think those governments are right. We should be putting massive limiters on the public. Like everyone that's in TikTok, everyone that's on social media that posts anything, it should be fed into an algorithm that decides how much of it we should actually be allowed to see. We should be being Truman Showed, basically, because otherwise, I mean, these are the results. We're living in the results right now, and that, I mean, I don't mean just politically. I mean in all senses. We're living through the beautiful realities of everyone being allowed to talk. And it's crazy. This is literally why people used to not be taught how to read back in the day, the Bible and stuff, because we just can't. I mean, of course, there was abuse of power and many control mechanisms in place, but there still was a point to like, we can't have everyone talking at the same time. We can't have everyone reading this and going, here's my interpretation. It's not going to work. That doesn't work. Okay? So we're going to have one guy who talks to God and he can read. It is actually, if there was only one guy, if it was just a priest that could talk to God and read, it's like, why did he even have to read? He could just make it up. Like no one can verify that he's reading. In fact, that might have happened many times. I mean, there's maybe isolated churches throughout history that like the guy just was like, I'm just going on my own here. No one knows the difference. I'm making up my own scripture. Maybe that's like the origins of all actual cults, is they're just priests who kind of wised up and they go, I'm going to make these people make me food all day long. I don't know, guys. I might have solved it. Let's talk about a little bit of music, I guess. Because you guys know me, I got the OCD, so I'll get songs stuck in my head from, beginning of day to end of day, or for weeks and weeks. Sometimes it'll just be like, I'll just hear it over and over again. And that's why I like watch TV while I'm asleep. I watch, like, I feel like I have 3 brains going at any given time. Not like that they're smart. Like they all knock each other out. So I have to keep 2 of them busy to focus a little bit on one thing. And so anyways, so this Lady Gaga song has been stuck in my head for weeks now. And actually maybe it's months, because I just keep thinking about not just the song, but the creation of the song, really. It's the Alejandro song. And specifically when it gets to this part. Okay. Okay, Ali, 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 Ali. Ali, Ali, oxen free. Ali, 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 Ali. I just keep thinking about the laziness of Alejandro and then Ali, 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 Alejandro. It is embarrassingly lazy, but also like hilarious, because the only reason it worked is because Alejandro is an exotic name to America. But if you were to listen to it like in its native language somehow, if we could convert it, she's basically talking about a guy named Alan. Alan Honduras. Alan Honduras. And saying, Alan Hondro. Alan Hondro. Alan Hondro. It's very cringe and embarrassing. And there's a bunch of songs that do this. She's done multiple songs like this that take one word and they break it up into the syllables and pretend like each word is a syllable when it's not. Like poker face. It's very annoying because it's not 2 words. It's not like a play on words. It's just cutting a word in half and using one syllable to push. What was the other? There's a bunch of people that do it. Like Selena Gomez. I remember the song, but I keep hitting repeat, Pete. Pete, I guess, is a name. Maybe if the song's about a guy named Pete, I keep hitting repeat. It's about her abusing her ex-boyfriend, Peter. The Coldplay, Paradise. I mean, so many songs do it, and I find it completely egregious. The only time you could ever do this, and it's happened in the past, nothing comes to mind right now, but if you take a sentence or whatever, you could break it in half and both have, or maybe it's a word. There's a way to do it where you could break a word in half and now it has 2 different meanings by chopping it or something. This does not happen with these songs, though. These songs are just taking a word and going, just split it. Monster. Monster. That's childish. That's like you couldn't think of anything, so you're just, I don't know, we'll do this. Alan Hondro. Alan Hondro. Alan Hondro. I mean, it feels like people, the creators of these kinds of songs, are spitting into your mouth after eating maybe chocolate, like a chocolate and fish concoction. Like maybe someone vomited in their mouth and then they spit that into your mouth. It is so disrespectful to put this out and then to make money off of it. Deeply offensive. But, if you're a fan, it's incredible music, right? Lady Gaga. I mean, I hate her, of course, because she's a Bjork ripoff. She's a Madonna ripoff. There's nothing original about Lady Gaga, in my opinion. She's just doing like many before her, doing this futuristic Liza Minnelli bullshit. Going, I talk like I'm British sometimes, and I talk in songs like I'm British. It's like it's been done a billion times. Go back to save it for Project Runway, okay? I don't know, like that took my brain a long time to get to. I just saw a flash of Tyra Banks because I'm thinking of like work it, walk it, pretend to be British. Lady Gaga. Speaking of the gay icon Lady Gaga. Also, I have a problem with her about that. People like her and Pink, these completely straight women that accidentally adopt a gay audience and then they go, oh yes, I'm all about gay rights. Like, that's your identity because the audience adopted you. You were just a NYU piano player before this. We've all seen the videos, Stephanie. We know the truth. But I was thinking about this, about homosexuality, about the idea that, some people believe that gay is a choice, and how silly that. And I think it's mostly men that think that. Obviously, that like being gay must be a choice. And then I thought of like, I think I understand why they think this though, because traditionally speaking, you know, men, I'm talking about historically, I'm not saying all men all the time, but I'm saying most men most of the time are evil sexual deviants on all levels. So if you think about it, the idea of men saying don't be gay, it's because they have done that. They have had sex with men without being gay, just by choice, because they wanted to fuck something and dominate something. So it's kind of ironic. Like they don't know that gay is a feeling. They think that being gay is when you overcome a man to dominate, because that's cool in sports. You know, that's 10 points. So you could almost cut them a break by saying like, oh, they don't get it. They're actually saying a good thing. They're saying suppress your urge to rape, because we're not like them. Those are the shark people. I've talked about this many times. The shark men, they have no feelings. They don't know what's right and wrong. So that's why to them, when they go to jail, they have sex with men. And it's not even sex. It's just, I fucked you. I took something from you. It's power. It's all power. So those people, to them, yeah, they should make the choice to not be gay. Those kind of people should make the choice to not rape people against their will. That is a good message. It's just misinterpreted because the old heads that are saying this, they don't understand that being gay is not what they are, which is monsters. You know, there's a distinction there. I think that makes sense, right, guys? Let me know. Okay, let's bring it home let's end with a little POD song. You guys remember POD, Payable on Death, the Christian band that had some big hits on MTV, were in Adam Sandler's soundtracks, and yet when you search them, it's very hard to find POD, because pod is just a thing that's been used podcast, it's been used in a million ways, so it was a horrible band name. Look up POD on the internet. It's going to take a while to get to the band, the new metal rap rock Christian band Payable on Death. But let's go to this song. It's called Set Your Eyes to Zion.
Yeah, Mr. Deadman, rejoice!
That was the lead singer from a white guy from California doing a Jamaican voice. Yeah, Mr. Deadman, rejoice! Okay. And I did used to listen to this stuff when I was young. Full disclosure, I know this whole song.
Back in the day when man he paved the way, fell in temptation to spread through the nation.
I just realized YouTube is not going to allow me to do this. I have to skip forward. Let's just get to the chorus so we can get out of here. Here we go. Set your eyes to Zion. Jah people ride on. That's the real lyrics. Set your eyes to Zion. Set those eyes to Zion. Jah people ride on. And I was listening to this when I was in, I guess it was middle school, maybe beginning of high school. I'm not sure which years, but as a little white boy in Tennessee, it's very interesting. Like I didn't know, I've never heard of Zion, first of all, except for The Matrix. And I definitely didn't know he was saying Jah, like J-A-H. I didn't know what Jah was, didn't know what Rastafarianism was. Didn't know that people or bands like this were blending religions as if it's the music they're blending. It's like music fusion, but for religions. That's what was going on in this era, was people were like, if you're in a fusion band, you're also in a fusion religion. We're mixing up Rastafarianism with Christianity. And there's no problem with that. It is kind of funny that they were known as a Christian band and they were never known as a Rastafarian band when they would say things like, Jah loves you. Set your eyes to Jah, y'all. That's what you got to do, man. Set them to Jah. Come on. Oh, man, what a simple time. What a simple time of combining Rastafarianism and Christianity and rap and rock and reggae and 9/11. And it's just so much. What a great time. It was fun. was a fun life I've had. Okay, that's it. Episode 173 of This World Blows. You guys know the drill. Get out there, like, subscribe, do all that stupid fucking shit. Send me money directly right now. Send it to my Venmo. We're on Spotify, all those other dumbass things. Share only with the people who you know won't. Send this to people who know me. Until next episode, goodbye.